Um, this is called A Couple, and it begins with a quote by Norman Cousins. The quote is as follows: "Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside us while we live." It's a holiday. There are hundreds of kites sailing high above the roofs in the suburbs, their tails strung with an assorted spectrum of bows. The birds in the sky are indecipherable letters, too scattered to spell words. The women are chatting on the patio. The men orbit the grill with beers in their hands. A cooler and a pair of picnic tables divide the property between the grown-ups and the children at play. "Look," you say, pointing down to a lawn dart in the backyard. You pick it up and throw it at me. It pierces my temple, splattering my brains onto the grass like a packet of mustard that's been popped by someone's fist. I caress the plastic fins of the back side of the dart with my fingertips. It's jutting out of the side of my forehead. I don't remove it for fear this will make even more of a mess. The kids are nearby besides, and I don't want to draw their attention to us. "What's wrong with you?" I hiss under my breath. You curl up into a ball. Cowering beside me, you whimper, "Please don't hurt me." A cloud passes over us at the barbecue. The color of your sweater switches from gray to ice blue, and your eyes hold the weight of moss on a spring morning as they fill with tears. You stifle a sob. My heart caves in. I have no right to be angry with you. After all, you've granted me the privilege of being around your friends and family today, and all of them are far brighter than I will ever be. I am honored to be amongst so many accomplished individuals. You've introduced me to a life beyond my wildest dreams. I owe everything I have to you. I'm reminded of this everywhere I go and wherever I look. "It's no big deal," I sigh. You put on your happy face. "Let's get something to eat," you tell me. Your father is preparing the meal. He's surrounded by people you've known all your life, in the shape of balloons stuffed with processed coagulum. The meat on the grill pops and spits. It's been sitting there cooking for years. Dotted with cancerous lesions, the blistered casings are only slightly darker than the briquettes in the rock grate, which have become gray lumps of dust on the verge of total dissipation. The fire is going out. Your father tells me to stoke it up. He hands me a long neck lighter. The second it has passed from his hand to mine, I swing around to where you are, standing, and plunge the metal shaft into your Adam's apple. Blood mixed with stomach bile plops out of your mouth in clumps as I grab you by the hair and slam your face into the cooking grid. The lighter is still embedded in your thyroid cartilage. It jiggles as we struggle. I can hear your right cheek sizzling against the crusty griddle as I hold you down with all my might. Smoke rises up from under your face and into my nose. My father-in-law is annoyed. I couldn't complete the simple task he had given me. He pulls a lighter out of your neck by the handle and heats up the grill himself. I hear you moaning. This signals me to stop. I loosen my grip on the back of your head. I'm panting. I didn't mean that, I say to you. You nod, avoiding eye contact with me. Your eye is blown up into a grapefruit and coarse grooves have been branded into your cheek. All the adults eat together. The children refuse to join us. They're having too much fun. Some of them are fighting. They resemble tigers pouncing upon one another, their black stripes in interlocking collision of boomerangs in a game of chance. Trails of lime green and fluorescent orange are smeared across the sky as the girls take turns chasing the boys around the yard. Before making our exit, I treat myself to a can of beer from the cooler. It's flat and tasteless. It makes me feel better. I start up the car while you say goodbye to everyone. You're in charge of all the greetings and farewells in our lives. It's always been this way because you have a knack for it and everyone loves you. Overall, it was a pleasant afternoon. Granted, we hit a few minor bumps in the road, but you have no trouble smoothing everything over before we leave. We don't say a single word to each other on the way home. We don't need to. We have that kind of understanding.